What is up, guys? Jake from One Hive here with the next Vainglory video. This is another guild scrimmage match, and again, I've got my boy Whistle back with me. What's going on, Whistle?
Hello, one high brave.
What is up, man? Let's see who we got here. We got one team already locked in. I'm not sure what's going on with the other team. Someone's AFK. We've got a Catherine, Ringo, Koshka against a Fortress, and the other pick is Krul, Vox. So looking at that, tell me what you think about it.
Yeah, early games got to go to Catherine, Ringo, Koshka. That's almost the meta. Not quite these days. A lot of people running that Ringo, Koshka Fortress, but that stun makes a difference.
Yeah, looks like we're going to get a restart here for someone not locking in, but hopefully they'll get started in soon. Yeah, I would definitely say, especially if Koshka and them play correctly and really put the pressure on that Krul early, should be fine. Should be just able to run over them and get the early lead and hopefully hold on to it if they do it right.
Yeah, all they got to do is invade. Invade once on Cruel, invade twice on Cruel, and then you're good for the next 4 or 5 levels.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's take a break here. Let's pause real quick until we get this fired back up. Looks like Easy PK is sort of AFK or got disconnected here, so we'll be right back. All right, there we go. Everyone's locked in. We're good to go. Teams are the same, so we're going to get started real soon. We'll see how they react. We'll see how the B team, at least we'll call them, or red team, probably on our screens, will come out if they will press that early advantage, or if they let Krul start to get built up and see if they can win the late game. They got Ringo, which obviously is strong throughout the game. Early, late, doesn't matter. And Braden is playing Vox, which obviously is a beast if he gets to late game and gets that full build.
Yeah, Easy Packs, Easy PK. He's not a bad Cruel. He's self-proclaimed number best Cruel planet Earth world. And Braden, you never know, but you never know about be like Braden. You don't know if he's gonna be in the bush. You don't know if he's gonna sneak up in the lane like Crunch 86 did in your last video. You don't know if he's gonna come down. You never know what he's gonna do.
I hope Crunch 86 sees that video. That was really something to see. Let's
That was
see
that
here.
was special here.
We got one that's not, looks like one that's not loaded up on my screen just yet on the red team. Hopefully everything gets worked out. Oh man, they got one that did not load. Is that, looks like Easy's in. Is that, are you showing that as
Ringo.
well? Ringo not loaded up?
Yeah, there he is. He showed up.
Okay, there we go. Just a little bit of lag probably. We'll watch a little bit of this lane and see what kind of an advantage Braden takes to that not being lane. It might freak out the blue team thinking that they're going for an early invade or something with him not being up there. We'll see how he reacts to it.
It looks like Easy PK and Wyoming went for their fronts first, while Koshka Catherine make that usual rotation from backs to fronts.
Probably smart because they don't want to meet up and have a fight there in the middle. So go ahead and eliminate that. Sort of maybe try to get off of rotation with them to get to their backs as they're approaching the store. Even though they're not going to have that first buy, you don't want to have that early fight with Krul.
Yeah, no, you definitely don't want to get killed by a Koshka before you get your first buy, and you don't have any farm.
Looks like the
Really
red
getting
team
behind.
might come up here. No, they are gonna try to press this advantage here. They're going all the way back to their backs. There is going to be a fight here. We'll see if blue team retreats. It's what they actually should do right here. But they're jumping on Koshka. Wow, look at that. Koshka is going to go down really quick. Braden rotates down. They're going to get. Oh, look at there. Got Krul down as well. That landmine. Yeah, scout mine grenade that I call it. How people use it like that. But it looks like Catherine is probably going to go down as well, unless she can just run away. But nice early defense there from the blue team. I would call that a win, a 1-for-1, given the circumstances. Definitely a win for them.
Yeah, you take out you lose your jungle carry, but they lost their jungle carry, and their jungle carry early game is Koshka, so that's definitely a win for blue team, and it was a good heads up move by Braden coming down to help out there.
Yeah, honestly, don't think much would have changed even if he hadn't come down. I think they had Koshka dead to rights, and they did not end up getting Catherine, so it was a heads up move, but didn't actually change the outcome in my opinion.
And then it's back to the normal gist here.
Yeah, I'm watching the lane here, just seeing who has the advantage between Ringo and Vox up here. Not much happening in the jungle. They're sort of off rotations purposefully, probably, from the blue team. But we'll see if they go for another invade after the way that one turned out. I sort of doubt it.
Well, for Kev coming in behind on that first wave of minion, he's about tied up with Braden at 14.
Here they go.
17,
We're going to have
so
another fight. They're coming around
catch up.
around this. They're sort of ringing around the rosy here. I don't think they saw each other, actually. Blue team and red team just sort of traded positions. We'll see what happens. They're in a scout mine, so now they know where they're at. They're hanging around their backs, but their backs were just taken down, so nothing really going to happen there. Here we go. There is going to be a fight down here. Catherine hiding. They're jumping onto Koshka again, or excuse me, onto Krul, trying to get out. But look at the damage that Koshka is taking early like that. If she can get out of there, they're going to be in good shape right here. But it looks like Vox is going to chase her down. Actually, Fortress gets the kill. Ringo rotating down. Going to still be a 2-on-2 here. We'll see what happens. Stun from Catherine. Ringo putting some good damage down. But if they're smart, they'll just run away here. Kev rotating down probably has changed the outcome and even grabbed a little bit of their farm for the trouble there.
Yeah, it was definitely a successful side on the red team, just simply because they took that minion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of times you see people that invade early. I don't think they fully understand what the whole purpose of it. An early invade, an early death means so little. No player has a huge bounty. They're back so quickly. But what that does is allows you to take those minions in early game. Every minion is so important. It can just absolutely change the outcome of the next team fight, and that can snowball and lead to just win after win after win, and ultimately determining the game.
Right, and it gave a chance for Kev to catch up in the lane too. Braden coming down and being held back like that.
Looking at the gold real quick, 3.3 to 2.6K, so a slight gold lead for the blue team, 2-2 on the deaths, and obviously no one's taken a turret or any objective for that matter out yet. So just a slight advantage to the blue team right here, I would say anyways.
Yeah, just 400 gold. It's not a huge difference right now, but
No,
definitely
nothing
gonna.
they can't come back from for sure. Let's look at the Braden 36 CS and Ringo 29. So actually pretty close on that as well. Not a huge advantage for anyone in the lane. Both of them holding their own pretty good.
Looks like down here at the shop they're looking at each other to poke. Koshka's going back and forth in Braden's bush, and they set off, triggered a scout mine, and then went their separate ways.
I can tell you right now,
It's
that's a
not a
win for
fight
the blue
I'd
team.
want to get to.
Yeah, for Koshka and them to be right on top of. Ooh, they're going to get Ringo and Wayne. Nice gank there. But for Koshka and for Catherine to eye up Fortress Cruel at 5 minutes in the game and back away from it, that's a win for the blue team. I mean, they really have sort of broke them from pushing right there, which could come back to bite them late game for sure.
And Braden's low health here. Looks like he's going to TP home while they're looking to get the gank. Not
Ooh.
quite fast enough on that trigger. I think they could have had him if he would have pushed it, but
I do too. I think that they'd have grabbed if Kitty Cat there would have ran out there, probably could have broke him out of that teleport home and might have got the gank.
you call her the kitty cat. Sounds
Yeah,
about right.
Kitty Cat. Yeah. She doesn't have her ultimate yet though, so maybe that's why she didn't attempt it. If she had her ultimate, could have stunned him up. Might could have took him out pretty quickly. But we'll see what's happening up here in the lane again. Braden steps on a scout mine. Got the lane. Kev's got the lane pretty much froze on his side, but they're going to take down this one minion pretty quick, so it's going to push back the other direction. Braden's going to be able to get his farm, and they're coming up again for another gank here. So we'll see if they can successfully do this one.
Well, Forster showed himself. Dropped a
Yeah,
scout mine. Kind of gave
yeah.
that up. I think if he would have waited there a second, looked like Brian was coming right out.
Putting a little
But he
pressure
did
on
save the gank
Ringo.
there. He's
Yeah, a little pressure on Ringo, but
done and
nothing
cruel.
major here. Koshka's going to push in. But you better get out of there pretty quick. You're taking quite a bit of damage. Pretty uneventful right there in the lane, 3-on-3. Everyone's just sort of playing it safe. No one's getting too crazy aggressive.
No, there's really no need. Sometimes see a lot of this. I don't know if it's a mental thing, just letting you know that hey, we're here. You can't just gank our laner whenever you
Hmm.
want. It's not a free lane. Or if sometimes you're up there in the lane on that because you're simply waiting for minions to return.
Right, yeah. Very, very well could be, especially a little bit later in the game when the minions start dying so quickly. They got a little downtime. Right there, the ultimate onto Vox. He is probably going to go down here. One more hit is going to be it. That's it. He's down. But Koshka and Catherine are in trouble. Nice ultimate
Ooh.
by Krul there, right in the back. That's going to stop that. Ooh, look at the damage coming from Ringo. Whoa, putting the heat
Yeah,
onto
that was
Krul right
looked like
there.
that was highly blue team's favor until Kev come down and deleted
Wow,
Cruel.
and all he's got's a tension bow, but he just absolutely dusted Cruel right there. I mean, come through and
He
just
did, but then he
whoa.
couldn't handle the pups though that Wymie sent out
Yeah,
on
yeah,
his ultimate.
yeah, he got that taken down as well. That was quite the fight there, though. I was shocked. I thought the blue team was really gonna finish that one off, and Kev just sort of walked down and said, "Not right now."
right? But he died, and inevitably they lost the goal line to it.
Yeah,
It went from being a blue team's favorite to being a red team's favorite to blue team getting a victory, and then put a sizable gold advantage,
yeah,
almost two K
yeah,
over them.
8,000 to 6,000 right now. 2K gold lead at 8 minutes is pretty large, actually. That'll take a little while to recover from. They're going to have to get some objectives, some turrets down, or at least take that gold mine out before it pays out the next time to recover from this.
Yeah, I mean the advantage is pretty surreal, even though the levels are about the same. The tier 3 items on the blue team versus the tier 3 items on the red team are quite different. There's looks like 4 on the blue team compared to 2 on the red team. That's the difference in that gold.
Yeah, definitely. Let's looking at the builds real quick. Krul has his breaking point, and it looks like he's building towards a. Is that would be a tornado trigger? Maybe. Yeah, looks like probably a tornado trigger
Oh,
there. Oh, look at there. Wymie is going to be down.
Ro Roll is doing some
Oh,
damage
whoa,
on
wow.
Ringo.
I had some major lag there, but as soon as I came to, it was an ace. I mean, just boom. I didn't catch what happened. If you did, you can fill us in. I lagged out during the team fight, and the next when I came, when it woke up, all three red team were dead.
Watching it there, Ringo popped his ult to try to finish off Vox, but didn't quite get it, and then Wymie come around, and then, they took Vox and Krul just toe to toe on Koshka, and she dropped pretty quick, and then just funneled down
Wow.
from there. You already had some life taken down on Ringo there from his lane troubles, but
Well, now they got the
they did
turret, so
exactly.
the just went from bad to worse. 10.8K to 6.9 now. They're buying again. More ultimates you see coming in right now. More inline items right there. A tornado trigger and a warhorn just bought at the store, so it just got a lot harder to win a team fight.
Yeah, and they did exactly what you did. They got the ace, they got the turret, and then they went and cleaned up some of their jungle. They didn't get all of it, but they cleaned up about half of it. They went to shop. They're back to their rotation. So now that's taking advantage of that 4K gold lead. When you have
Well,
that
yeah.
much more gold and you're not at the shop, it means nothing. But when you have that gold and you go shop, now you've really put a put a lot of heat on them.
Wow, look at
Look
that
at
burn on
Brian just
Catherine.
drop.
Yeah. Just just roasted her. They did go in and buy when we were talking there. Koshka got her aftershock, and Catherine got her Atlas Pauldron. But looks like it's making very little difference. I mean, they took those two heroes down so fast right there, just unbelievable.
And that's exactly what's happened. It's a little bit of a snowball here. They can't really compete. They just don't have the items the blue team does.
Yeah, they're
And the
gonna have
gold's
to
sizable.
play.
It's 5K now.
They're going to have to play so conservative to even have a chance to come back from this because now they can't even really threaten the gold mine. Trying to call back and get some more items bought, but blue team is able to completely take out their jungle, just farm off of them essentially. They don't even have to go back to their jungle at this point. If they'll keep the pressure on them, I don't see the red team recovering. They can literally just live off their jungle and continue to press them as soon as they get a chance to open up a fight.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did. As soon as they got those 2 kills on Koshka and Catherine, they rotated down and cleared up that jungle and put another 1,000 advantage on them, almost 6,000 advantage gold,
And
and
Brayton
you're
just bought a
11 minutes in
broken
the
myth on
game.
his Vox. Yeah, so he another in game item right here. Inline item. Looks like there quite a bit of damage on Cruel, but here they come. Vox is dropping bombs on Ringo. Ringo is about to be down. Cruel goes down, and let's see how it's going to be a 2-on-2. Who's going to come out on top? Looks like Koshka is about to go down. She goes down. They're going to turn their attention to Catherine, and that is another ace.
3rd ace in a row, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised that Cruel even went down, but they did do a good job of focusing him down. But at this point, it's going to be tough because even if they focus Cruel down, Vox's build is, with is that alternating current and broken myth, really putting in a lot of damage in his own right now.
Yeah, he collected about 6 stacks just sitting there in that short period of time, and that's what that broken myth does, is adds that extra damage per stack you have, and
Hmm.
the end game, it could really get high.
Yeah, they got another turret down. Gold lead is now 16.3 to 8.9. They're getting close to doubling the red team on gold. So this is really starting to get out of hand. If they don't catch someone out of position or get a win a team fight somehow, yeah, it's probably going to be GG.
Yeah, and I don't know how they're going to. Blue team seems to be on each other since then. I don't think they've left each other since that first ace.
Yeah, very, very smart to group up like that. And again, they're not even worried about the lane farm. They're not worried about their jungle farm. They're just running together and living off of whatever they run into, whether it be the enemy or minions.
Yeah, yeah, this which is a testament to how well Braden's been learning there, gotta say.
We've been trying to holler at him and tell him that. So hopefully this is what's coming from it. Right there, Braden just gets taken down.
Oh,
Nice
wow.
ultimate by Ringo. Catherine goes down 2-on-2 here in the lane, and they're going to
Could
have
be
to retreat. Oh,
could be
Koshka.
an ace on I don't know why she did that.
Yeah, Koshka
She was
should
trying to
not have.
finish. I guess she's trying to make a play,
Yeah, I guess they got to take a chance, but
and
Koshka should not have went back into that fight there. Ringo's not going to escape, and that's going to be another ace. Just probably the end of the match right there. That's 13 minutes and 30 seconds. That's 17.4 to 10.7. Whew, this is rough.
yeah, it's just this. I think it's too much to come back from, especially after that last ace. There's not much they can do except unless they just make a heck of a play. You can always turn a game around in Vainglory, which is the beauty of the game. But this is effectively what you call a snowball.
Yeah, one fight can change the match, but the problem here is I don't know that red team has the damage. Look at their builds. We've got one end-line item for Koshka, one end-line item for Ringo, and it happens to be tension bow. They're doing a good job, but at this point, blue team is out-leveled them. Look at the levels, 10, 10, 12 to 12, 11, 12. So the damage is just not taking them down as quickly as it was, and unless they can get some more end-line items and some more damage output, they're never going to win a team fight.
No, unless they catch him one on one. And
Yeah.
Brian looks like Brian dropped his ult of silence there, and they're backing up down the lane,
They've almost
and
got
they
to. They
almost
can't
have
just,
to.
yeah, they just can't stand toe to toe with them. Maybe try and kite them, but look at their health. I mean, they haven't even dropped the fountain yet, and they're pretty much full health as they take out Catherine. She does grab her fountain, so maybe that can keep them alive a little longer. But I just don't think they can stand with any of these blue team damage dealers, Krul or Vox. If they stand in front of them, they just melt.
Yeah, that's how confident Braden is. He doesn't even have a defense item right now. He's got boots and then the rest CP.
Exactly. Yeah, they're going for the Kraken here, so maybe if Red Team could sneak out a steal somehow. But you see that Krul is just sort of standing guard there, waiting for someone to come in. Here comes Kosh. They need to try to hide and just wait and let it develop and try to get that last hit. Here comes Krul over to run them off. Fortress joined, so Vox is staying back on the Kraken, but he's not going to be able to tank that Kraken. He's going to have to get out of there. A lot of damage right here. This could be a chance to turn it. Oh, Kosh got too aggressive there. Should have waited. They had Vox low, had a chance to get a last shot there. Probably going to all go down right here now. Yep, they're going to get the ace and the Kraken out of this. Just a huge mistake, I think, there by Koshka jumping in. If they'd have been a little bit more patient and get that last hit, possibly get the Kraken buff, maybe take down Vox. He was low health. You have a chance to turn this thing around.
If you're gonna do anything right there, I'd probably try to take out Vox because the Kraken still had a quarter or more of his health left, and
Yeah,
been easier to take out Vox than it would to finish off that Kraken.
and they
But
probably
she jumped
couldn't.
right
They
in there,
probably
and
couldn't
Vox.
see Vox. Honestly, he was on the other side of that bush, but he did take 2 or 3 shots from that Kraken. It was extremely low health.
Yeah, there's no way he's gonna be able to tank that. This is a 320 a hit from that Kraken on him.
Yeah,
Raiden's back to half life as it is. He stepped on a scout mine there, and the turret blew up and
yeah.
almost out of the play.
Could they get Wyme right here? They're gonna take Wyme out for sure. And Braden is low life. Oh, Wyme gets away, but they
Um.
do get no.
Oh,
Wow, they do get Braden.
Ev gets
Cruel is going.
stunned.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Cruel right there. Stuns him, and then it's just too late. Too many stacks, and he takes him out. That is the ball game.
Ev was making some plays there. He just didn't quite have the backup coming.
Yep, just it was a good try. Just got snowballed. It happens to all of us. I mean, I hate it's a helpless feeling, but it does happen, man.
Yeah, when you're down 10,000 gold, 24/7 on the kill slot, it's hard to come back from.
It definitely is. And I think the mistake was they got a little gunshot. Koshka and them tried to invade, and they fought them off a few times, and they stopped trying to invade. They stopped putting pressure on them, and they sort of went to their own sides. Well, you can't do that when you're going up against Cruel Vox, two of the strongest late game players out there. I think if they'd have continued to, even after a couple of defeats, continue to put that pressure on them, they might have turned it early on and had a chance late game.
Yeah, very well could have. Very well could have. But Brian didn't even reach level 12. That's how quick they finished that game in
Yeah.
17 minutes and 8 seconds.
Yeah, it was a quick one. Let's look at the builds real quick, and we'll start with the blue team because they got more complete. Pretty standard. I wouldn't call that standard on Krul, honestly. Breaking point, tornado trigger, and another salvo, then just some defense. Usually, you'll see a shipper steal, something like that. What do you think about that build?
That's kind of the old school Cruel that you saw back when I first started playing. A little bit more tanky these days, but when you're snowballing a crew like that, I mean, I don't think it mattered. He
Yeah.
had just enough defense to cover him, and then he just added more damage.
Yeah, true. Pretty standard on Fortress, complete support role. Warhorn had his Crucible, his Fountain, and just some defense, some armor there. So nothing really to speak of there, just playing the support role. And looking at Braden, got that alternating current, Frostburn, Eve, Broken Myth before it was all said and done. Pretty stacked as far as the build, just straight damage, as you mentioned.
Yeah, and then with that Eve being able to heal himself, so he's a lot of output and getting a lot of good input heal on that from that Eve. A well built box for the in games. Rough to deal with.
Yes, it is for sure. Looking at Kev on Ringo there, had his tension bow early on and did really well. When he came into a few of those early game fights, he turned the fights, was putting out some nice damage, but didn't get much else done. He late in the game, he got that aftershock. Is that a pretty normal way to go with an aftershock after a tension bow?
I've seen it done. I see it done on CP Ringos. It's not a bad option, even if you're going heavier on the weapon, but it kind of makes that weapon power. And it cancels it out a little bit because on that second,
Hmm.
as soon as you do an ability and you do your next basic attack, it's going to take 15% of that health. So your weapon power damage could actually be higher than what's 15% of health is going to be, especially when they get lower on health. And I don't know if he did that simply because that's all he could buy, but
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
when
Well,
you're getting beat like that, sometimes you buy what you can buy.
that's true. Sometimes you're at the store and you've got the money. And you think, okay, maybe it can help me turn this next fight. Not much defense. He does have that. Is that tier two shield? Yeah, it's like a tier two shield. But that's pretty much it in the way of defense. Maybe should have gone a little bit more defensive, especially the way the match was going. Looking at Koshka, looks like she was going pretty standard. Koshka got her aftershock. I'm sure was building towards towards her. What is that actually? What's Koshka going next? I can't even, just drew a blank there.
That aftershock, and then she looks like she's going towards a fountain,
Yeah,
and
could have been.
then quite possibly a frostburn with
Yeah,
that
Frostburn. That's what I
Eclipse
was trying to
Prism.
think of. Yeah, yeah, probably Frostburn. But yeah, obviously going towards her fountain didn't even get it done. Another fountain really probably could have helped them, but just didn't quite get there. And then looking at Catherine, normal stuff there. Did get her fountain done. Got her Atlas Pauldron, which is smart going against Cruel, but it was just too little, too late. Just like you said, didn't even make it to level 12 before the match was done.
Yeah, she looks like the only one there that had a had an item she bought from the first. I believe she bought a scout mine at the very first of the game, and she still got it.
Not sure to drop that at some point.
Pretty rough there.
All right, man. Well, thanks for doing this with me again. I think people enjoyed it last time. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to do it again in the future.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I had a good time.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, Jake and Whistle doing our best to help you guys suck less.